In the 11 plus with ratio and proportion, you're most likely to get problem solving questions like this one. Share 35 sweets between John and Sue in the ratio of 4:3. The first thing I do here is write out the ratio and make sure I put the letters up above the correct numbers. So we've got J is 4, John gets 4 sweets, and Sue gets 3 sweets. So every time sweets are handed out, John gets 4 and then Sue gets 3. The first thing we need to do here is see how many sweets are handed out, like in one round. So we add these two together and we say 4 add 3 is 7. Some people call it a set of 7. So what that means is every round or set that sweets are handed out, there are 7 handed out, and then they go back to the beginning and they start again. Now the question here says that there are 35 sweets altogether. So if we've given out 35 sweets, that means how many sets of 7? Well, let's divide by 7 to find out. And we get 5 sets being given out. Now this is quite important to actually work out how many John and Sue both get. So if John gets 5 sets of 4, he has got 20. And if Sue gets 5 sets of 3, she has 15. So John gets 20 and Sue gets 15. You can add those together just to check that that makes 35, which it does, the total that we started with. Another example, 30 sweets to share between Simon and James in the ratio of 2:3. Let's write out the ratio first of all. Let's make sure we've got the right letters. So we've got Simon getting 2 and James getting 3. Really important to get the letters in the right order, and that involves reading the question very carefully. So first of all, let's see how many sweets are handed out in a set. 2 and 3 would make 5 in a set. So 5 sweets are handed out, and then they go back to the beginning and start handing them out again. So we know we've got 30 sweets altogether. How many sets of 5 can we get out of that 30? We can get 6 sets. So that means that Simon got 6 sets of 2 and James got 6 sets of 3. So Simon got 12, James got 18, and together that should make 30, which it does. This question here is slightly more complicated. Tony and Sarah share lollies in the ratio of 2:5. If Tony gets 12 lollies, how many will Sarah get? Let's start with our ratio again. 2:5. So we've got Tony getting 2 every time that Sarah gets 5. Lucky Sarah. So first of all, let's look at our question and read it very carefully. If Tony gets 12 lollies, right, okay, so we know Tony's total was 12. So we can now say, okay, how many sets were actually given out? We know that we've had to times by something to get 12. Well, we can work out from here that it's 6 sets. So the question says, how many will Sarah get? Well, Sarah must have got 6 lots of 5, which means she got 30. So a slightly different question, but based around the same ratio principles.